What is up, you guys? My name is Madison. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. So today I want to be going through my entire physical TBR. Honestly, my entire physical TBR is all the books on my shelves that I haven't read. But obviously I'm not going to show you every single book I've ever read. I haven't read. So I've been curating the books that are at the top of my list for the last couple of months, 6 or 7 months. So the ones that I absolutely want to read. There are a couple of books on here that are part of series. So obviously once I'm done with that book in the series, I'll go into the next one until eventually the series ends, whether the next book hasn't come out yet or the series just ends. But yeah, the only exception is, I'll just show you that right now, is Marie Lu's Young Elite series. These are top priority for me. Pretty much any Marie Lu book is top priority for me because I have one more on here. Where is it? It's right here. And then I have Kingdom of a Bat. These are my top priority simply because Marie Lu is my favorite author. So anytime I get a new Marie Lu book, expect it to be part of this collection. So yeah, these are, I guess, the first three on my shelves, but this is also the only ones that are, I guess, series that are completely on there. So yeah, actually that's not true. I have The Mirror Sisters and Broken Glass. I'm covering the name of the library that I stole these from. Yeah, these are by V.C. Andrews. Yeah, both of these are on there as well. But that's simply because I got them from the library and I kind of have to send those back at some point. But that's besides the point. First, I'm going to go over the books that are on my July TBR, which are literally just the books that I'm currently in the middle of reading. So yeah, the first one I have is Twisted Hate, which is the third book to the Twisted series by Anna Hung. Once this video is edited, I'm going to sit and read this. I'll probably read it in one sitting, but I will be doing a hair mask, so when I'm done with that, I'll obviously have to jump in the shower. But yeah, I do absolutely love the Twisted series. I have all 4 books. I read the first 2 in one sitting. I plan on reading this one in one sitting. I'm reading the last one in one sitting. So yeah. Next, I have Flowers in the Attic by V.C. Andrews. This one I'm about halfway through. This is gonna be the last book I read this month. I DNF'd it for a couple months just because it was putting me in such a bad slump. But I do still love it, and I want to read it. I want to finish it. Next, I have the first book to the Program series, which is called The Program by Suzanne Young. I read the first chapter of this for a video, and then I never uploaded the video because I was in such a bad, I was literally in such a bad reading slump. If I picked up a book, I wanted to vomit. So yeah, I do want to go ahead and finish this one and then move on to the second one, just because I do love this series. Next, I have You Deserve Each Other by Sarah Hogle. I don't know exactly where I am in this book, but I do know I'm somewhere in the middle of chapter 8. I hate this book. I'm being so for real. I hate this book. The characters are so unlikable. But it's slowly getting better. But I'm also listening to the audiobook, so that might be swaying my opinion a little bit. But yeah, that's how I feel about that. Next, I have God's Not Dead, Evidence for God and Ages of Uncertainty by Bryce Brooks. Read this with caution. That's all I'm going to say. I'm annotating this, and then I'm going to give it to my Jewish studies, religious studies major mom, and then my atheist brother. So yeah. Next, I have Escape from the Isle of the Lost, which is a Descendants novel. It's by Melissa De La Cruz. This is book 4. Once I'm done with this book, I do plan on donating all 4 books that I have. I've already donated all of the companion books. So yeah, I'm not as into it now that the movies are no longer a thing because of Cameron Boyce passing away. But yeah, I'm a good chunk of the way in, on page 72, so I do think I can read this pretty quickly. And the last book on my July TBR is The Wicked City by Beatrice Williams. I got about 2/3 through this book before just giving up. I don't know what happened. But I literally have not stopped thinking about this book. So I want to read it as soon as humanly possible. Anyway, those are all the books on my July TBR. The The first one I'm going to finish from that is Twisted Hate. I already know that. The second one is either going to be You Deserve Each Other or The Descendants book. Now going into the rest of them, they're on my shelves, which you are currently sitting on, so I will be pulling from there. To stay, I guess, on track, the first one I have here is Twisted Lies, which is book 4 by Anna Hung. This follows Stella, that's her name, she's the influencer. Next I have Sun by Lois Lowry. This is the 4th book in the Giver Quartet. I'm very excited to read this. I don't think it would take very long. I read all the other books in like a sitting, so yeah. Next I have You'd Be Home by Now by Kathleen Glasgow. My partner bought this for me on one of our random Walmart trips that we always go on, so that's on here. Next I have Sharp Objects by Gillian Flynn. I'm using this as a way to just introduce myself to her writing. I got this for $3 at the thrift store, and I want to introduce myself to her writing before getting Gone Girl, because I hated the Gone Girl movie, but everybody seems to love the book. So next I have Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. I got this because Haley Pham loves Lynn Painter and loves this book, so I wanted to give it a chance. Next I have Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone by Where the Hell You Been, Loca? That's a fun name. So yeah, the entire Harry Potter series is just something that I want to go ahead and reread. The next book I have is She's Gone by David Bell. I got this in Pennsylvania. I don't really know why, but I got it. So next I have The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. Obviously I want to read this. It's a staple in like literally everybody's collection. Next I have The Woman in the Window by AJ Finn. I don't know where this book came from. It literally just showed up and now it's on my TBR. Next I have Cemetery Boys by Aiden Thomas. Please don't crucify me. If you've been on my channel for a while, you know that this has been on my TBR since like 2020. I haven't read it yet, but I'm going to, I promise. Next I have Ready Player One by Ernest Cline, and this is my dad's favorite book, and it's very, very similar to Warcross by Marie Lu. I do love the movie, so I figured, why not? Next I have both Song of Achilles and Circe by Madeline Miller. I am so excited to figure out if I'm a Circe or a Song of Achilles girly. Next I have Crave by Tracy Wolff. This book is something that I've been wanting to read for so long, and I'm so excited to break into it, get the chance. Next I'm going and giving Twilight another chance by Stephanie Meyer, simply because Taylor Lautner is back on the forefront because of Miss Taylor Allison Swift. Back to December is the best song on Speak Now, and nobody can change my mind. Next I have Emergency Contact by Mary H.K. Choi. This was going to be the book I was reading on my way to Pennsylvania, but I just wanted to listen to music and not be bothered, so I never had a chance to read it, but I really want to, just because the cover's pretty. Next I have They Both Die at the End by Adam Silvera. Everybody seems to love this book. It makes everybody cry. I'm very excited to read it and give it a chance. Next I have She Drives Me Crazy by Kelly Quinlan. I remember picking this book up because I was a basketball cheerleader with a crush on basketball player. We're going to talk about it because she's a little... Anyway, next is Love Hypothesis by Allie Hazelwood. This is one of my friend's favorite books, and I would love to give it a chance because everybody seems to love it. Next is Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston. I haven't read this book, and I really want to, and my friend wants me to read it before the movie comes out, so I'll give it a chance. Next, I have All the Bright Places by Jennifer Niven. This book is not at the top. It's not in the forefront of my mind, but it's up there. I want to read it and see if maybe I'll donate it. I did thrift this for $2.99, so yeah. Next, I have Lolita by Vladimir Nabokov. I just want to go through my classics, and this is the shortest one that I have. Next, I have Bunny by Mona Awad. The way Kayla talks about this book, Kayla from Books and Lola talks about this book, makes me so interested, and I want to read it so bad. Next, I have The Girl from the Well by Rinch Pekka. I love a good spooky book. Next, I have The City We Became by N.K. Jemisin. I just like the colors on the on this book, so I want to read it. Next, I have Daughter of Pirate King. This is my second newest book, and I'm so excited. I've been wanting to read this by so much. This is by Trisha Levenseller. Why am I talking so fast? Next, I have Mexican Gothic by Sylvia Moreno Garcia. And yeah, I also want to read this book because I've heard such good things about it. Next are the only two Sarah J. Maas books that I own. First, I have House of Earth and Blood, which is a monster, it's a beast, and I want to read this before picking up the second book. And then I have ACOTAR, which everybody seems to be reading right now, and I figured why not. The last ones are all of the Colleen Hoover books I haven't read yet that I own. I do want to make it a priority to read all of Colleen Hoover's books so I can accurately say why I don't like her books. I actually want to like take a journal and like take down notes, like read. It Ends With Us, It Starts With Us, and then all of the other ones. Which means I have to somehow find It Starts With Us. It Ends With Us. That's what yeah. I'll probably find it on Kindle for like free, or I'll like find a PDF. So yeah, I'm just gonna kind of go in order of how I have them. I have Hopeless, I have Verity, I have Regretting You, which is what I'm about to do when I read all these books. I have Reminders of Him. I never want to be reminded of these books. I have November 9, which I've heard is literally the worst because apparently the main character tried to kill the girl. And then I have Confess, which was a gift from my brother, and it has pretty pictures in it, which I will give to her because I like pretty pictures. Yeah. Anyway, that is all I have for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below. My social media will also be down below. If there's any books here you want to see in a reading vlog, please let me know. And yeah, I will see you next time, whatever that may be. Bye!